Hi everybody, Morgana Galaxia here. Welcome to my channel. Glad you're with me. I am getting on today. The first time this week, I actually started a new full-time job. So in case you're wondering why I haven't put up videos on time this week, it's because I've been working and tired. But I wanted to get on today. So I had something out for you guys. And I really want to take a look at Ivanka Trump because you know that girl is feeling the heat. She is feeling the heat. And I want to take a look. So I want to look at her and the subpoena from the her and the subpoena from Leticia James, New York AG. I also want to take a look at her and the January 6th commission, of course. And then I just want to take a general read of how she's feeling, how she's doing, a larger look at Ivanka. So that's what's going on today. Glad you're with me. So let's start off with, I think I want to start off with Leticia James first because I think that was the first request to talk to Ivanka that we know of. She is subpoenaed. Tish James subpoenaed her. Okay, so let's see. I'm thinking maybe I want to do a Ivanka Trump versus Tish James. No, let's just do, I'm going to Ivanka Trump. How is she going to handle, how is this going to go for her with the subpoena? How is this going to go for her with the subpoena? Let's take a look. Okay. So for Ivanka Trump, how's she going to deal with the subpoena? First, we have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. So this means that Ivanka's going to be working with a group, probably her lawyer. I see this as basically, this is Ivanka, this is Tish James, and this is like Ivanka's lawyers. I feel like there's going to be collaboration here, okay? So this card is about collaboration between different parties to craft something. So this means that Ivanka is going to be working with others. She's going to be working with others to, I don't know, build a case, maybe. So this does indicate to me that there's going to be, cooperation might be a stretch. But I do see that, this indicates she's working with others. So she's not going to be turning her face on the subpoena. I think that she'll be compelled to come in and work with others, give her testimony, and that's going to be used to build a case. Then we have the Knight of Cups, which, gosh, would be her challenge. And with this Knight of Cups, this is kind of like this is pointing to the betrayal of her dad, right? So in a lot of ways, her father's the most important person in her life. She's really emotionally bonded to him. And I'm not saying in a positive way or in a loving way. There's a lot of, ties. Trump has his hooks on her as his daughter, but also, God, in so many ways, right? She's a party to any illegal activity that he might have done in the organization. Just the way he's raised her and the values that he's put in her have affected her in her adult life, right? There's strong ties because, I think almost because of the illness of their relationship, the negative parts of their relationship, it's got us hooked. So where I'm going with this basically is the challenge for her is that she's breaking her daddy's heart, that she's betraying her father, that she's going against, in a way, the most important relationship that she has in her life. Yes, I know, she's married, she has children, and, I think children would come before all. But in this case, this is her letting her Prince Charming down. And it might not just be Trump. This could also be Jared for sure. You know, she's in legal jeopardy, and that would obviously leave her spouse down as well. So I think this is the damage she's doing to her emotional relationships with these men. Her outcome with the Nine of Wands. With the Nine of Wands is that she's going to be brought low. She's going to be kneecapped. She's going to be digging in and defending herself, but it's an uphill battle, and she's going to be damaged by this. Absolutely. This is just the deposition for the subpoena that she's going in. This isn't some end result of the end of the thing. Her going in and giving that deposition, helping Tish James build this case, you know, betraying her father, disappointing her husband, what have you. Yeah, it's hurting her. It's bringing her low. She's handicapped. She's damaged. All right, that is what I'm getting for Ivanka Trump and Tish James's subpoena. So let's take a look at Ivanka Trump and the January 6th Commission, who's investigating her father's attempts to overturn the election. So they want to talk to her. And in this case, I think it's about her knowledge of his headspace on the day of the insurrection, right? Was she begging him to stop it, and was he refusing? She knows what kind of state he was in that day, and they want to know about it. They want to know about it. And I'm sure about a lot of other things too, right? Okay, so Ivanka Trump and the January 6th Commission wanting to know what she knows about her father that day or before. Does she know of any planning? Does she know of any meetings, right? Any planning they were trying to do? How much money were they raising for this? Does she help organize the thing? Or does she want nothing to do with it? They're going to want to know. So Ivanka Trump and the January 6th Commission. How's this going to go for her? How is this going to go? So they're requesting her to come in voluntarily. I'm pretty sure we can assume she's not going to. They'll probably have to put out a subpoena for her. Let's see. How is Ivanka Trump going to deal with this commission? Okay, so we're starting off here with the Page of Swords. So they're going to have to compel her. She's not going to go willingly. They're going to have to perform this legal action of issuing a subpoena for her. Her challenge with the Seven of Pentacles is that they're going to be reviewing, looks like lots of different kinds of information here. They're going to be reviewing, phone records, email records, probably a lot more than one called your daddy. Daddy, please make him stop. I think it's more than that. There's a lot in this tree to review. And, the card also is telling Ivanka, you reap what you sow, girl. You reap what you sow. The seeds that you plant, you will have to harvest. Okay, and for an outcome, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles for the January 6th Commission. I am feeling like the feeling that I'm just getting is that this is going to be referred in some way to the Attorney General's office. So I feel like maybe this is Cheney forwarding a recommendation to the AG, or maybe, I don't know how Tish James would fit into this, but I definitely feel like something's going to be referred here. That's just what's bouncing around in my head. Okay, so I did want to take a general look at Ivanka. How is she feeling? How is she feeling? Is she sweating? She must be scared. She's got young children. Any mother would be terrified at the prospect of being separated by her children if she, ends up behind bars. And, the thing is, if she runs from these subpoenas for too long, they will charge her with contempt, and that could lead to an indictment. And there's some jail time associated with ignoring subpoenas, right? Because it's unlawful. So she's like between a rock and a hard place. She's got to figure out a way to keep herself out of jail without cooperating, or she cooperates, keep herself out of jail. Probably the best solution for her would be to fully cooperate for, what do they call that when they promise not to charge you? I want to say clemency, but I don't think that's right. Okay, Ivanka generally, how's she doing? How's Ivanka doing? Take a little bit bigger read on this question for Ivanka. Okay. Okay. Okay, everybody. So we're starting off with how she's feeling, right? We're starting off with the World card. So I'm going to tell you right here, she's feeling exposed. The whole world is watching, okay? And is she feeling the heat? Look at that fire burning her ass. Hell yeah, she's feeling the heat. And see the dancing, in this case, I'm feeling as if it's contorting her, right, into actions, and just contorting her actions into shapes that she's not really used to. You know, it's making, that heat's making her dance, right? She's having to figure out how to move, how to make herself more comfortable, how to react. Yeah, she's kind of on the hot plate here, feeling exposed, feeling watched, feeling observed and looked at on a national stage. Her challenge, again, I think this is just like the last reading with the King of Cups this time instead of the Prince or Knight of Cups, is her challenge is the damage that this is doing to her bond, her emotional relationship with her father, possibly her husband, but definitely her dad, the king here, okay? The king. So again, with the cups, it's that emotional nature of that relationship. So yeah, her dad, this is her challenge, right? So her dad is going to be on her, watching what she does, listening to what she says, second guessing her, questioning her, throwing accusations at her, probably calling her a traitor. Don't let me down. Don't turn on me. Don't betray me, right? This whole thing, the pressure must be intense for her to just shut up, not be a stooge, not be a rat. But I don't think that's how she operates, you guys. Okay, what is in the sky? So what is she inevitably going to have to face? We have the Ace of Swords reversed. So she is going to have to come face to face with her illegal actions, with the things that she's done that are illegal. That's what it's all about. Breaking the law, you guys. Breaking the law, and it's coming back to bite her in the butt. Foundationally, what's up? Foundationally, we have the Empress. And so this, I think, is just telling us she grew up with a silver spoon in her mouth. The Empress is a very powerful feminine figure. Ivanka does hold some feminine power. She has beauty. She has the elegance and grace of the Empress. Absolutely. She's got the wealth and the abundance of the Empress. It's just, how do you use those gifts? Do you evolve, or do you become, a vapid, vain piece of crap? So, but foundationally, she was given those gifts. She's got the money, she's got the looks, she's got the power. She has had everything a person could possibly need to make the best out of their life and to help others grow, lift up others up, right? Be nurturing and giving and kind. That was foundationally available to her. In her recent past, we have the Four of Swords. So yeah, this is telling us that she's stepping back, she's retreating because she knows she's in trouble. She's got to lay low. she's got a lot of eyes on her. They are looking at, I mean, the things that she's probably frightened of the most, right? The things that she's most vulnerable to, which is her legal actions, her legal jeopardy. So I think that she is already feeling wounded. There's probably a part of her that can feel the defeat coming, and she's scared and she's backing off. She's trying to be quiet, be on the down low. Yeah, she might be playing dead, so to speak, as well. Just being very passive, letting things unfold. Just taking that step back, rethinking, biding your time. But yeah, there's definitely a feeling of, oh crap. Okay, what is coming up for her in the future? We have the Eight of Pentacles. So, my first thought is, oh, there she is on the chain gang. Making chain links or something. I don't know. But, okay, this card definitely means that she's producing. So, more likely, the feeling I'm getting with this card is, in her duties at Trump org, she did a lot, right? She's one of the executives in that organization. For example, it's coming out now that she might have been the liaison between Trump org and Deutsche Bank, for example. And in that role, she was party to a lot of mischief, right? A lot of value estimating is what I was going to say. Putting the prices up, putting the prices down, all the documentation, the fraudulent tax forms, the fraudulent valuations, the documents that she's sending to banks, the documents that they're sending to the federal government, right? She was a busy little beaver in that organization. She had her fingers in a lot of different pots. She had her name on a lot of different documents, right? She was very productive at her possibly illegal work. So that is what is in her upcoming future, that she's going to be having to move through this. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm getting generally for Ivanka Trump. Since I do have a little bit of time, went through those kind of fast. I think I am going to do a versus spread with Ivanka. You know what? I'm going to do it with Donald. Let's do Donald Trump versus Ivanka Trump. Let's see how those dynamics look like. Okay, Ivanka Trump versus Donald Trump. Ivanka Trump versus Donald Trump. Let's see what those dynamics are looking like right now. Okay, right now. How are they thinking about each other? Seeing each other? How are they feeling? What are they going to do? It's my versus spread. So Ivanka Trump versus Donald Trump. All right. Let's give this one more. Ivanka Trump versus Donald Trump. Uh-oh, I messed up my shuffling. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to turn a few cards around. Messed up my shuffling, but here we go. Let's do Ivanka Trump versus Donald Trump. So we're going to start with Ivanka. Okay. And over here we'll do Donald. Okay, let's put a card in the middle here. So, for Ivanka Trump, the first card is what's in her mind right now? What is this girl thinking? And here we have the King of Swords. So, I think she is thinking about all the legal issues that she's being confronted with, all the lawyers. You know, she's dealing with her lawyers. She's dealing with other people's lawyers. She's dealing with the AG's office, the commission. There's just a lot of legal things that are going on right now. And this is where her head is at. She's not, you know, thinking of much else. Not a surprise there. How does she see her father? We have the Eight of Cups. So, how does she see her father? She is sad. Absolutely. She's feeling loss. She's feeling sadness and regret. Her cups are spilled. You know, this is highly emotional. She is feeling a lot of loss, but she's going to have to walk away. Walk away from all of the emotions that they had, the relationship they had, all the ties and the bonds that they had. You know, it's just a lot of that's going to be severed, and she's going to have to turn her back on him to a certain extent and walk away from that relationship. What is in her heart? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So, you know, fortunes change. What goes up must come down and vice versa. I think this in her heart means that she understands her fortunes are changing. She's probably terrified because of it, but she understands things are changing. All her good luck and good fortune she's had all her life might be declining, on the way down. She's moving to the bottom of the wheel now, and she knows it in her heart of hearts, and she's probably really scared. All right, action. What is she going to be doing? And we have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands definitely deals with a choice that you can make, what kind of path you want to walk down. There's, the lighted path of enlightenment, darker path of shadow. She is going to be faced with making this choice. Does she want to cooperate, or does she want to be uncooperative? Does she want to assist, or is she going to obstruct? With every subpoena, right? Every conversation with some of these lawmakers and legal people and lawyers and so forth, she's going to have to make this call over and over and over again. How does she want to move forward? Reveal, obstruct. Okay, so it sounds like she hasn't quite, she's going to have to make that decision for each circumstance, cross those bridges when she comes to it. But yeah, she's got two ways she can go with how she behaves. We know this. This kind of is probably also telling us, if this is how she behaves, that she will walk down both of these paths. So we can maybe expect her to change her behavior. Maybe she'll start out cooperating and then become uncooperative, or vice versa, or cooperate with the Leticia but not with the January 6th, or vice versa. I think that it's going to be changeable. Okay, so let's move over to her father, Donald Trump. What is in his mind right now? Sorry, you guys. The Fool, okay? He's a fool. He's being a fool. He's acting like a fool. He has foolish thoughts. He acts foolishly. There's nothing about him right now that is mature, wise, thought out, logical. Nope. This guy's just jumped off the deep end. How does he see Ivanka? Woohoo! 5 of Pentacles. He will disown her in a heartbeat if she betrays him, okay? This card is all about being kicked out into the cold. And I think he is looking at her like, oh, she says the wrong thing, crosses the line, does something he doesn't want her to do. She's done. She's cut out. He's taken the money. He's taken her career. Whatever he wants to do to her, he will do. Spiteful to his own daughter, okay? He will cut her off. He's already like, I will cut you off. He probably has already threatened her. What is in his heart? The Sun. Interesting. So, what's in his heart? God, this could go a number of ways. I mean, the best case scenario, he still feels like he has a chance to win the election. He still thinks that he has a chance to be the victor here. But I think, I feel also with this card that this has to do with destiny. Your karma, but there's this destiny that you were always meant to do. And I think that's really what this is telling us. Trump thinks that this is his destiny. This is what's destined to happen to him. And I don't think it's just, I'm destined to be president, I'm supposed to be president. No, this whole cycle from pre-presidency, his presidency, post, the insurrection, all the legal issues, the takedown of his company, the actions of his children, this whole cycle for him was meant to be. This is what his life was supposed to be. And I think he's sitting in that. He's definitely solidly sitting in that. He is doing what he's supposed to be doing. Nothing he's doing is wrong. He's doing everything right. Everything is everybody else's fault. He is doing exactly what he was meant to do. His action is the Three of Swords. So he is out for vengeance, okay? He is out to stab people in the back. Ivanka, Don Jr., Eric. It don't matter if it's his own kids, you guys. If they betray him, he will viciously attack them with spite and revenge. And I think that anybody who knows Trump knows that's exactly what would be expected of him. And, he's already looking at Ivanka cross-eyed, and she already knows she's going to have to walk away. She's going to have to walk away. In her heart, fortunes are turning, you guys. Okay, so I selected one more card in between them just to symbolize their relationship. Oof, the Magician. So this is, the Magician symbolizes their relationship. This is all about manipulation and control, okay? In its highest aspect, you manifest your reality, which they've certainly done. And in its lowest aspect, it's coercion, manipulation, control, fraud, okay? Making something out of nothing, weaving magic spells, right? Just that is the low energy of this card. So yeah, I think the nature of their relationship has always been manipulation and control, living a fraudulent lifestyle, grifting, right? Just tricking people, manipulating people, swindling people, making, just trying to create a different reality than what really exists. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there, you guys. So thank you for visiting me. And if you want to leave any comments, feel free to do so. Love to read them. Subscribe, like, and I should be with you next week. I might feel guilty and do something this weekend if I have a chance. I'm not sure. We'll see what's going on the news. But until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.